Hi guys and welcome here to the channel. Today we are going to play some Prison Architect. This is the game, one of the games I played for a couple of hours before, but it has been a quite good amount of time since I played it the last time, and this is going to be the first series here over at Anki Gaming. So I hope everyone are going to appreciate some Prison Architect, and we are going to go through the campaign of this game. So sit back, relax, and have a nice ass time as we progress throughout the campaign. Okay, so we have an incoming call from the CEO. Let's take that one. This is a tough one. There's a prisoner incarcerated at the facility who has been convicted of a double murder and sentenced to death. That's where we come in. We've been contracted to construct an execution chamber in time for the guy's big day. Okay, well, that is not going to be too good, huh? This is where I want the new facility to be built. The first step with any project like this is to construct the building itself, with enough space inside it to fit an execution room and a holding cell. So let's get started. Construct a new building here. We will also need an entrance to the new execution facility. Build a large jail door into the south wall. Okay, so first of all, let's do some foundations. You have two type of foundation. You have brick and you have concrete. Concrete is of course more tough and stuff like that, but for now let's just make one in brick. Okay, and they also want us to place a large jail door over here. And we got another incoming call from the CEO. Your workmen are responsible for the construction of the buildings. They'll collect the steel and concrete from this room and take it to the construction site. They'll use these raw materials to build the foundation and framework of your new building. This is the slowest part of the construction, so you should plan ahead when building new facilities. Okay. While we wait, take a look around, use the VISD or the arrows key to move around, and use the mouse wheel to zoom in and out. Okay, so you could move with the VAST, zoom in and out. Okay, so let's take a look here. So you have some cells. We have Mr. Wood, Mr. Furwood, Woolman. Okay, Johnson. Okay, inside the building I want a cell and execution room. Well, you just wait now. Is this guy which... No, that probably just means that it's more security on that guy, huh? Do we have more of the orange color? Yeah, this is probably the man we are building a execution center for. Okay, so inside the building I want a cell and an execution room. Partition the space by constructing some brick walls. Okay, so let's go to brick wall. Boom, and boom, boom, and boom, and that's nice. So let's do something like that. So something here is going to be the execution room itself and a cell. Okay, so nice. Let's go over here. No, that's we have done that. Let's just speed up the time. And is that possible? Yeah, over here. It's been so long since I actually played this game, so I don't remember anything of the controls, to say it like that. Okay, so we're building the walls. Nice. And now you could actually see who is doing it. Okay, nice. Okay, so that's the walls. Nice. Now add large jail doors to those dividing walls. Okay. You can rotate any object before placing them by clicking the middle mouse button or press R. Okay. So let's go over here and take a jail door and boom, and there we go. So let's wait for those to be built. Okay. So what is the next step here now? That's looking good. We now need to designate rooms within those spaces. Designate a cell in the smaller area where our condemned inmate will live, okay? Then designate the execution room itself in the larger area, okay? So rooms, and we have this cell, that is going to be over here. And we do have the execution, which is going to take place over here. Nice. What is this? Those new rooms have requirements before they become functional. Okay. The cell needs a bed and a toilet. The execution room requires the electric chair. Okay, so let's go over to objects, and over here we do need a bed and a toilet. So let's go over here and find a bed. Let's place it like that, and a toilet which we are going to rotate and place over here. Okay, and in the execution room we need a electric chair. Let's speed up the time and let's wait until those are built. Okay, so there we are, and the execution center is done. Let's take the next call from the CEO. That's the essential taken care of, but there are still a few improvements you could make. It's up to you though. These aren't strictly required. It depends how much you care about your prisoners and their environment. The cell itself could be improved with an outward facing window and a small bookshelf. Of course. And the facility would look better with a higher quality floor material like wooden floorboards or mosaic tiles. Of course. Outside you could add some lighting and a paved pathway if you think it needs it. Yeah. For sure. Yeah. So here it is. Here he is. This is the man in question, Edward Ramsey, a teacher once, would you believe? It's not our place to decide if it deserves this. The law has made that decision. We're just here to do a job. Once you are satisfied the facility is ready, you can begin the prisoner transfer to his new cell. Simply click on the Polaroid in his cell to initiate the transfer. Okay, so let's see here. Of course we want to do this a bit more fancy. Let's pause the game while we do this. So let's see what is possible to do. So I think that first of all we are going to do as they asked us for. We are going to make an inside. We are going to, let's see, what do we have here? For inside use we could make something like when we enter it we have the let's go for the it's not too fancy though, but metal floor and stuff like that I think looks quite nice in this game though, but yes, we aren't going to go for that one here. So let's go over to the marble tiles. When we get inside here, oh, this is going to be good. Inside the cell we are going to have a ceramic, not too fancy, but it is a prison, so it shouldn't be too fancy. Let's go over to the objectives, objects. Sorry. Let's add a window. Let's add that over here, I guess. Yeah, nice. And a bookshelf, we could have that over here. Let's see. What, oh. Yeah, so that is going to be like that. I actually cancelled the marble floor over here, so let's do something like that. And inside the room itself, we could have some wooden floor as they suggested. Didn't we have some lights? Yeah, nice. Should we have them outside? Okay, so that should be good enough. Let's speed it up so they make everything here now. Okay, so I think we are ready. I think we are ready for continue here. The chief. Don't shed one tear for this guy. He's a stone-cold killer, guilty as charged. He even confessed. Wanna hear this description of what he did? It's juicy stuff. It was around 11 p.m. The lights were already on. I knew she was home. Oh. Oh noes. Oh noes. Oh noes. I knew I caught you two here. Edward, I... Don't. Just don't. What are you going to do? Oh, snap. Whoops. Well, alright then. And now it's your turn, Mr. Edward. Clear as the day, if you ask me. Deserves every vault he's gonna get. All men deserve forgiveness, even him. Are you so sure in yourself that you can deal out such final judgment? Catching your wife with another man is no excuse for what he did. And he went there with a loaded gun, knowing he'd find them together. That's double premeditated murder. He's done nothing but cooperated with the authorities. This state is making an example of him. If he'd committed his crime 100 miles north, he'd been looking at life imprisonment instead. How is that justice? Do you want a guy like this running free? I'll sleep just fine at night when I know he's gone. Oh... Damn. The CEO. Good work so far. However, there is one problem. The execution room isn't functioning yet, because it doesn't have any power. What? Isn't the electric chair enough for itself? Damn. We need to connect it to an electrical supply. Okay. Okay, so we need to go over here or something then. No, maybe it's shorted over here, actually. And also this is without power. We are now viewing the prison in utilities mode, which shows us the electrical wiring layout for the entire prison. Each building in the prison is connected to the power grid by these thick underground electrical cables. Power is provided to the prisoner substation, which draws electricity from the national grid. Okay, but does this means that it's pretty low on power now? As you can see, this entire wing of the prison is without power. All of the lights are out. To fix this problem, we first need to switch into utilities mode to understand why the lights are without power. Yeah. The nearest electrical cables are too far away. Our engineer can't complete the wiring for this area. Extend electrical cables nearby to cover this wing of the prison. What I think though is going to happen, since I played this a couple of times, is that this one is going to be quite dead soon. Let's see here. Let's do something like this and just add a couple of these, just to be sure. I'm not too sure if we needed those, but of course not. Not bad to add them anyway. And do something like this. And since we are going here either way, just extend it here. Nice. And let's speed up the time and let's see. So there we go. Let's take the next call from the CEO. Lights aren't the only thing that needs power. Your new electric chair does too. Use the power cables to connect the execution facility to the power grid. The electric chair itself is a special type of electrical item. It requires its own dedicated power line. You need to connect it up directly with the main cables. I've done that. There we go. We are almost done. We should test the new execution room at least once before we try to use it though. Well, I'm not going to sit in there. So I guess you, Mr. CEO, is going to test it. I'm just going to turn it on for a few seconds and make sure everything is okay. Looks like we drew too much power and tripped a circuit breaker in the power station. The whole prison is dark. I think maybe that we added the capacitors over here is breaking some of his lines. We're going to need more juice to be able to handle the power spike that electrical chair generates. There we go. This is a... okay. Switch the power station back on by clicking on it and selecting switch on in the menu that appears. Then build 3 more capacitors so we have enough power to capacity to handle the electrical chair. Once you've done that, test the electrical chair again by clicking on it and selecting switch on in the menu. First of all, let's switch on. There we go. And let's zoom here. Oh, you want them over there? Oh, damn. There we go. Let's speed up the time. There we go. Okay, so let's see here. Well done. I believe we are finished with this job. What happens now is out of our hands. We did a professional job, and that's important in our business. Try not to worry about what happens next. Can I help you? Are you looking for forgiveness? I don't know. I have to do something. I can't live with the things I've done. You have to turn yourself in. Whatever you've done, you cannot evade the consequences. You will never be able to live with yourself until you face up to your past. I want to go back. I want to forgive her. I want her to forgive me. God will forgive you, no matter what you have done, if you ask him to. But you must answer for your crimes in the eyes of the law. There is no other way. It is time, Edward. You have done the right thing, even though this world will not forgive you for it. You will be the God soon, and he will have the final judgment on you. Edward Ramsey, you have been found guilty in 2 counts of murder in the 1st degree. The penalty is death. Do you have anything to say? Susan, I'm sorry. And guys, that was the first episode here of Prison Architect. We are going to play through the campaign, as I said, but that is not going to be in this episode, so I will see you all in the next one. If you haven't subbed to the channel yet, I would really appreciate it if you did. Also hit the likes button on this video, or if you didn't like it, press that thumbs down button. I will see you all in the next one. Bye guys.